Hey guys, I'm Nick Sock. I'm the president of the Dalhousie eSports Society, and I'm here on campus at one of our monthly tournaments. So let's go check it out and talk to some people.
I started Fright for Cancer, which was the original name, back in about 6 years ago now, so 2006. And I started it because my dad passed away with lung cancer, and after he did, I decided to kind of raise some awareness and some funds to just kind of get the word out and hit a demographic that doesn't really associate themselves with, fundraising.
Hi, my name is Jared Kale, and among other things, I am a Canadian TV writer and producer and gamer. I contribute to the gaming community mostly because I'm a gamer, and it's nice to give back to something that you've been a part of for so many years. I started working with Frag for charity, mostly because I enjoy doing charity work. It makes me feel good. I've had many family members affected by cancer and or mental health, which were the last two charities that we worked for. And also it involves gaming. And so when you can do charity work that's also fun and also contributes to a community that you're a part of, you have to be pretty crazy not to do it.
My name is Adam Morehouse. I am otherwise known as Nova War, coming to you from fine locale Canuckville, Canada. I am one half of Life's a Glitch TV on YouTube, and proud member of the local esports community here in the Maritimes.
Well, originally I ended up going to one of the Dalhousie Society fair things, where they all the different societies set up their tables and be like, look, this is what we do. And I saw that video gaming one, basically people playing games, and I was like, what's this, video games? And I talked to Nick, and ended up just joining the Facebook page. And eventually I came into the meetings, and then I just got more and more involved, and ended up being the vice president of the society after about a year of just going to the meetings and stuff like that.
Well, my name is Eric Jackson. I'm one of the vice presidents for the Dalhousie eSports Society. When I first started coming to the meetings, I was a pretty low-level player, and I didn't really know what was going on, but there were some really encouraging members, and who really wanted to help me out and get me better. And so my skill level has increased a lot over that time, thanks to the really helpful and healthy community we have here. So now I'm playing regularly on the competitive team. I'm really enjoying it. So I'm really thankful for the help that the society's been able to provide to me. And so that's another reason as to why I really want to be able to give back to the esports community as much as possible.
Esports stands for electronic sports. It's one of the fastest growing entertainment industries in the world, and it creates a place where video gamers can come together and compete in both local and international tournaments. You can see anything from charity events to events with huge prize pools, and it's just a really exciting thing to be involved in. Dalhousie eSports Society focuses on creating that esports scene, both in our own university and even Atlantic Canada. We do anything from playing against other universities. We play in the Collegiate Star League, which is this online league composed of about 300 other universities and colleges in North America. Right now has about 8,000 students and players that are actively participating. So every week we play against different universities, and right now we're going to the playoffs, one of the top 5 schools in the entire continent.
So another great thing about the Dalhousie eSports Society is it connected the students and the organizers to have a continued relationship, whether it's partaking in tournaments or playing weekly just for fun. And because Frag for Cancer was an annual event that we would take 8 months to plan, the society allowed people to kind of get to see each other more and play against each other more.
It's the same sort of situation as the growth of DESS. I mean, really, as DESS has gotten bigger, the esports scene has gotten bigger. There's a surprising amount of gamers in Halifax and Nova Scotia in general, more than I thought there would have been. And just as we've started getting bigger, the DESS, we've put on bigger and bigger events, and more gamers have shown up, and we're basically, we're pushing esports in Atlantic Canada by ourselves. And esports is growing as DESS is growing, and it's getting pretty exciting.
But as time went on, we kept getting more and more people until the point where we had the next Frag for Charity event, and then all of a sudden, all these people were coming out to our meetings and stuff, and over the past 2 years, we've gone from 5 people to now it's 170 active members. It's really exciting to see something like that grow so large over such a small amount of time. And last year, I actually decided to take on the role as president, and from there, I really decided to, step up a bit and make the society a lot bigger. And since then, we've been having those weekly meetings in a lab around campus and having those monthly tournaments and making our own tournaments and helping out more for the charity events. We also organize what's called the Halifax Sparkcraft, which is basically an event where like-minded gamers can come together and watch games like StarCraft in a social venue. Basically, we just cover like those really big tournaments, and everyone just comes out and have a good time.
The whole thing really comes together, and like all the work you put into esports, like it really feels worth it once you're competing on an international level and representing your school, representing your friends and your team. So it's a really good feeling. I mean, I find it like just as important as any traditional sports team in terms of teamwork.
I've done some more stuff with these kids. Like Eric and I have hung out, outside of the society. So I've kind of like made some lasting friendships as a result of the Dalhousie eSports Society. I mean, I don't really think of it as like I'm not a student. It's more like I'm a part of DESS.
Obviously, a major goal for collegiate StarCraft or collegiate esports period is to eventually have the schools back them in such a way that people can come here, go to school, and get scholarships for stuff like, hey, I'm a really kick-ass StarCraft player, I want to go to school here, can you guys hook me up with a scholarship? And they say yes, because it's a big draw for us now, and so we're totally willing to do that.
What draws people back to the streams and the VODs and the tournaments, the same thing that draws people to keep watching ice hockey. It's to watch your favorite players. As you get to know a sport and as you watch it, you have your favorites. They just sort of emerge, usually beyond your control, and then you want to watch them face their rivals and triumph in the end and win it all, the cup, whether it's a big cup or a big check or whatever it is. And that's no different with esports. There's a lot of sporting drama. It's this raw human drama that not everyone gets, I guess, but I love it.
So I think esports really has a lot of power behind it right now, and it's really growing very fast. And I'm kind of proud to have Practical Cancer as one of the driving forces in the venues to allow people to work together and get to play all these games against each other in a competitive way.
I would imagine over here in North America anyway, because esports in, say, Korea is already huge, right? It's enormous. If you're really good at softball, great. If you're really good at StarCraft, you get all the ladies. So, you don't have to be Michael Jordan, you just have to be boxer. So over here it's a bit of a different story because it's slowly moved through Europe and now it's coming over here and getting bigger here. But in 10 years over here, I would suspect that you're going to actually start to see stuff on TV.
So the society started off as a kind of small thing. I mean, it was mainly used for a starting point for the Practical Cancer events. But when I took on leadership, I decided, this could be so much bigger than it is. And from there, I decided we want to grow and have more people reach out to the community, get more people involved and have more events and have those weekly meetings too. And since I started, that was when we really started growing as a society and even a community together. I mean, this isn't just a pack of people randomly just playing games with each other. Over the years, we've grown so much that everyone's friends with each other. It's like an actual community, and it's really exciting to see something like that. Through becoming more involved with esports and society, I've gained a lot of valuable experience for myself. I've learned a lot about becoming that leader that everyone wants to see. It's not always about just getting things done. You want to make a community. You want people to actually like you. My approach to it is usually just make sure everyone's enjoying themselves and having fun. And I've applied that to my general life, and it's helped out a lot, especially in the job environment where you're going out to work and you're working in an actual team. And it's always important to keep that optimistic and positive attitude. I've also learned a lot of organizational skills. I mean, it's pretty tough to organize events, and one thing I've learned over the years is that for big events or anything with society stuff, you can't do it alone. You need to have a team to help you out and people that can help you. So, you know, that's when I reached out to my vice presidents now, like Ben and Eric, and like they've helped me so much for everything that we've done in the past few years.
Don't stop throwing it down, stop throwing it, don't stop throwing it down, stop throwing it down, stop throwing it down, stop